Well, let's just once again, speaking about things that you don't know about. Katie, you set it up with talking about Ben Crump being notorious for race baiting. I could name a couple of things that Officer Tatum here is also notorious for. So let's be careful on how we
don't need these personal attacks.
I'm gonna finish my statement. I'm gonna finish my statement, and let me also correct you on something else.
So this white woman try to team up with Officer Tatum tap dancing ass. And let me be clear, I'm no fan of Tezlyn Figaro, but when you right, you right. When your ass is wrong, I don't care if you're black, your ass is wrong. But Tezlyn Figaro had to get him together while the white woman was double teaming her talking points when she was just speaking straight facts. Let's get into the video.
And soon. Joining me now is Revolt News Chief Political Correspondent Tezlyn Figaro and former police officer and host of the Officer Tatum show, Brandon Tatum. Great to see both of you. Thanks for being here. So, Brandon, let's start with you. Just from a law enforcement.
I'm gonna say this again. I can't stand neither one of these. I can't stand them. But by the title of Willie D, I've seen it on Willie D, so this is gonna be a raw reaction. He said Tezlyn. Walk Officer Tatum in the park with her analysis.
Perspective. What do you make of the timeline, the lack of answers, what maybe occurred here?
Well, I think the first thing is that these activists came in and brought in information or lies about circumstances to make people question. The law enforcement officers have already done an autopsy. They've already investigated. There's no sign of foul play. And one thing that's very interesting that I just found out recently is that—
That's a lie. If the officers already done the autopsy, why haven't they released it to the family and the public so we can know what it is? Okay, they did do an autopsy. Why haven't they released it? Right? When it comes to anything black and black people meeting their demise at the potential hands of somebody white, Officer Tatum will always take the position of protecting the white image. Always.
It wasn't a situation where you have Nolan Wells and 4 of the kids at an island. There's thousands of people there. There's hundreds of different boats. So him staying behind while some of his other friends went back to the mainland wasn't that suspicious. I really wish that the family would focus on Nolan Wells' life, focus on the investigation, and let the police do their job instead of interjecting race into this situation. And it's completely unnecessary to be there at this point.
So, Tezlyn, you've worked with Ben Crump. You have valuable insight into how he operates. You're not speaking for him tonight, but what do you think about the timeline and whether it determines whether Nolan was still alive before the boat left the island, like his friends insist?
Yeah, thank you, Katie. I'm speaking as a mom, of a 19-year-old. In the same way Officer Tatum wishes that people would not insert lies, I wish Officer Tatum would allow the investigation, the independent investigation, to run its course. You don't know, Mr. Tatum, what has been talked about in this investigation. It has not been complete, and people have not came forward to say what happened with Nolan Wells. So I actually do believe his parents when they said that they taught their son to leave with whoever you came with. So for you to make the accusations that is a lie when they're burying their son on Monday is, quite frankly, to be disgusting, Officer Tatum. And I'm ashamed.
You know what's funny? I hope that you're paying attention to this, because there's a lot of information that have come out, and I've gotten firsthand knowledge about some things that have happened on that island, and people are going to be ashamed of themselves for sitting here lying and pushing racism in this circumstance. Yeah.
So why don't you come out with the firsthand knowledge? Oh, I have firsthand knowledge that certain things happen on that island, but when it comes out, say it right now. Say it right now. Why do you have to hold back this secretive knowledge that you claim that you have? Now his fan base is mostly prejudiced white conservatives. That's his fan base. You got to hyphen it. Prejudice, white conservative. That's his fan base. So anything that remotely praises black people or paint them as a victim, his fan base is not going to support that at all.
I don't know what happened, but I do know. I'll let you finish. I'll let you speak. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm just saying I got firsthand knowledge too. But as we're talking about right now, well, as we're talking about right now, you made the accusation that there were lies, that race has been interjected. Like I said last week, if people don't want people to speculate, then investigate. So this
Well,
is
Brandon, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that topic, because Ben Crump is notorious and has been criticized by people who have used him in the past for their cases of being an ambulance chaser, pushing a narrative that fits the racial lens that he wants it to. You've talked about this on your podcast and how you believe young black men are unfortunately killed every single day, and people like Ben Crump and Al Sharpton just highlight certain stories that benefit them rather than the families.
Young black men get unalive every single day. We do not need to highlight these particular stories because there has not been a time where a black man or a black person was killed and they arrest that black individual and they do not give justice to the family when it comes to the goddamn law. We don't get off for taking each other lives. So when they say, oh, he's an ambulance chaser, oh, he's ignoring black kids that take the lives of black kids, but not putting in the context of when a black kid go take the life of a black kid, his ass going to jail. And damn, they're gonna give him a life sentence. So we don't have to raise our voices to the media to go get behind a victim when the courts do their job when it's black on black. They do their job when it's black on black. So it is a need for these ambulance chasers, especially when the racial component is involved, so we don't allow you to do us any type of way. It's a need for it. That's how I look at it. We need these national headlines and cases so it can garner up the spirits of black people to chase black on black love. Now check this out. If you want to see how you look in a black on black love t-shirts or hoodie, go to the website 95way.com, click on virtual try on, take a picture, upload the picture, bam. That's how you look in a black on black love hoodie or t-shirt. Y'all know this is a protest to black on black crime. This is a protest to them pushing a negative image on our people. So you wear this as a message and you live it as a mindset. To be for us and by us. And that's not going to disenfranchise nobody else. You want to push all these black narratives, degenerate. I always want to talk about black culture, Officer Tatum. But you don't want to push that black love. You don't want to push black on black love. Let's get back to it.
Well, let's keep it real. This is all about money. Benjamin Crump would never show up to a kid's funeral or say anything about a kid that's killed by another black kid. But if there's an opportunity to interject racism into a situation where there's no evidence of racism, Benjamin Crump will be there to do it. What is his end goal? He's not a criminal attorney, so he's not going to help the family.
And if it's an opportunity for Officer Tatum to reject any biases or any basis of that race can be a component of these things, he will. He'll never say maybe them white folks was racist and that's why they did it to him. He'll never say that. So you are the cocaine calling the crack white.
Justice on a criminal level. He's a civil rights attorney. You don't need a civil rights attorney in a case where you're wondering if the investigation is going right for your son, unless you believe this has something to do with racism.
Let him finish and then I'll let you talk, okay? Let him finish his point and then I'll let you respond.
He's going on a diatribe. So
no, he's not. He's speaking and I'll let you respond as soon as he's done making his point.
Oh, so it's 2 versus 1, huh? No, he can speak for himself. It's 2 versus 1.
Katie, I'll let the young lady go. Go ahead. I would love to hear what you got to say to that.
Go right ahead.
Thank you, Officer Tate. Thank you. Well, let's just once again, speaking about things that you don't know about. Katie, you set it up with talking about Ben Crump being notorious for race baiting. I could name a couple of things that Officer Tatum here is also notorious for. So let's be careful on how we
don't need these personal attacks.
I'm gonna finish my statement. And let me also correct you on something else, Mr. Tatum. When you said Ben Crump would never show up for a black kid that was murdered by a black kid. My cousin, Jordan Turner, who was 19 and was murdered by another another black kid that also went away with his friends and never returned home, guess who showed up? Attorney Benjamin Crump. I know you're looking confused. See, this is why it's important that you
was that related to black people? There was black people involved in his death?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, that's
and they were convicted.
We didn't hear about it plastered all over the media. That's a big difference.
This is why you don't know. This is why you should speak of what you know and not what you heard. So again, when it comes down to Nolan Wells, I ask that we use this time to ask people to come forward and speak about what they know. The young man did not come home, Brandon. He didn't come home. So let's use this time, instead of focusing on what people are saying in the comments, let's continue to stay in
Brandon, I mean, Ben Crump is the one making this.
Why does bitch keep want to interrupt and be on goddamn Officer Tatum's side? When they say they push narrative, this is the narrative that they also push. This is what the right do, man, and the left do it as well. That's why I'm in the middle. Don't come to me talking about no conservative politics. Don't come to me talking about no liberal politics if that's all you have to say about politics. She has an agenda to help push, knowing Officer Tatum dumbass don't have the IQ to combat the things that he's saying, because he's always talking points. Now she got to jump in and be his white savior. Man, get the fuck out of here. And again, I'm not no fan of Tezlyn Figaro, but when she right, she gonna be right.
In the media. Ben Crump is the one making this conversation in the media. He's the one pushing this out there, so people do speculate ahead of the investigation, not letting it play out. But Brandon, I want to ask you this question. Tezlyn, 1 second. Brandon, there's been a lot of accusation and pushing that Nolan Wells' white friends have not been questioned enough, as if they were somehow responsible for his death based on race. That seems like a highly irresponsible narrative to be pushing, especially when we don't know all of the facts yet.
100%. It is a flat out lie. The police department isn't doing their investigation. They're doing it fair and properly. Benjamin Crump cannot come out right now and say that the investigation isn't going like it should. They're interjecting race into something that has nothing to do with race. These boys were friends. The coach came out.
If the investigation was going how it should, you see these beers, these are underage teens, underage kids drinking. When it comes to the narrative laws, I think I'm saying that correctly, whoever the driver of the boat should be arrested right now. If they was doing a proper investigation, they should be arrested alone, because assuming this was an adult who had the license to drive these particular teens out there to dock there and everything else. These kids have been drinking under his supervision. He should be in jail if they was doing a proper investigation.
Who happened to be a black man that said he don't believe race is a factor. These boys grew up together. These boys go to school together. This is a tragic situation, and they should leave it at what it is, and that's a tragedy. Let the investigation unfold. Benjamin Crump they're already out saying this has something to do with race because the boy was with white guys. That is asinine.
Just like you describe it when you talk about black on black crime constantly. So what a young black boy went with his white friends and didn't come back. So why are you not asking the white children to speak up? Nobody saw nothing, Brandon.
They are speaking. They are speaking.
He didn't come home. We got to do anything.
We got to we hope that the family can get some answers, because a young man is dead and we want his family to have closure. Tezlyn Figaro and Brandon Tatum, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
She don't give a damn about that family. Every time she had a clap back for Officer Tatum, and she mentioned white. She started chipping out. But let me know, man. Let me know. It's disgusting that they use black faces to try to minimize what the hell we be going through. Like we don't have eyes and experience, or we ain't intelligent enough to know what's going on. See, what the right does, they try to deny racial things that's happening to black folks. You know what I'm saying? Within the United States. And sometimes what the left do, that's all they try to do is point out race. There definitely needs a balance, but within this topic, Tezlyn Figaro hit it right on the nail. Brandon Tatum race baits in reverse to his conservative white audience, saying black this, black woman, liberal this. That's what they do, man. That's everybody is doing it, bro. And for them to try to team up on this woman because she's speaking facts, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Don't know what you're talking about. So we have these in-group, out-group biases. If you go to his channel, they're going to be like, oh, he cooked her. If you go to her channel, it's going to be like, oh, she cooked. You know what I'm saying? When we going to call it in the middle, bro? I swear to God, I'll probably be the only person being this fair, bro. Or one of the only persons that's being this fair, because there's more people out there. But let me know what y'all think.